Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is July 12th, 2024, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only. As we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over to these charts and see what we see. Yes, I'm back from vacation. I had to take a week off. We had family reunion here in the area. Great time with family and all. So all went well. I hope everyone had a great time and everyone made it back safely, sounds like. All right then, let's zoom in here on this quarterly chart and see what we see and all. On this quarterly chart, we see the Qs approaching an yearly R2 level. It has gotten above my 500 where I was expecting it to go. It didn't close above 500 today. I thought maybe it was going to close above 500, but we did reach that 500 mark. This is where I kind of like expect a little bit of a pullback. So this is an area where around number where the market people who like making money. They do take some profit at times, and this is what they do. You're going to see a little bit of a pullback in the market when it gets near those numbers. But we do still look very bullish at this time. We still got a higher high and higher low and higher high on this quarterly chart. And we're still marching to the upside. Let's go down to this monthly chart and see what we see. We see pretty much the same thing with this bullish, engulfing and confirmation and a follow-through candle and also reaching that a new high, for the month. And we also right below a quarterly R1. So again, things are kind of lining up where we can actually go in this market before we start getting a little bit of a pullback. And I just say a little bit of a pullback. Some people, like I say, some people like taking profit, taking a little bit of money and using some strategies and all. But we're above that 10 moving average. So again, that's technically we are still in a bull market, and that's what we see here on the chart. So don't fight what you see. Again, just based on your trading rules and your trading strategy, if they're working, you should be okay. If they're not working, make the adjustments that are needed. All right, let's go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there. Okay, here on this weekly chart, what we see here on these monthly pivots this month, we already raced up to a monthly R1 and we closed just above that where we closed this week with a doji at the top. The only thing that's kind of being significant about, usually when we get these dojis here on the NASDAQ, we get where we tend to maybe want to go sideways. So again, we got to see what we're going to see next week. And we're at that 500 point where I thought the market could go. And now we're going to see, can it get a close above that level? And if it can get a close above that level, it's not that much further before it hits an R2 level and then we'll get another little pullback maybe. But we got to kind of like wait and see. See, I'm looking back here where it did it before. I'm looking back here where it did it before. And it finally, breaks through those areas. But for that month, it can actually have a hard time once it does reach that point. That's what I see. All right, let's go down to the daily noise and wrap this on up. On the daily noise, we had some crazy stuff happen yesterday on Thursday, this big push down. I think some of the shorts must have got scared or something, or some news or something came out and gave this market a pretty good push down. That was after it had got above 500. We got to an R1 level. That's where some people like taking profits. These are weekly pivots based on these pivots. Some people do watch these things and we got to pull back quite a bit down with that pivot being so far down. And now we actually did open up a little higher than the previous day close and tried to go up, but we ended up pushing back down. So there was still a little supply here in this market this week. Come next week, we're going to be opening below pivot, which is not a good sign for us bulls. We could actually come down to maybe an R1 level. A support one level here and maybe get a bounce. Not looking for us to come all the way down here, but this is another little demand area where this market shot out of. So it could come back down here. Look like it just about, it traded in between this gap already, and there's not a close by gap here. So I do not expect expect it to come all the way back down to this low. But if I was selling anything below the market, I definitely would sell below this area somewhere. And because there is possibility that it would come back down here. But that's what I see at this time. We just got to kind of like wait and see what happens next week. We did make an all-time high this week and all. So this market is still very bullish, even though we have this big red candle staring us in the face and all. So that's it. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Have a good one. Bye.